Dear friends, this video is about what is meant by delimitation. Delimitation is the act of fixing or drawing limits or boundaries of territorial constituencies in a country based on recent population census data available at given point in time. But the point herein is that the routine exercises that should have been carried out without any hassles, but for the political controversies surrounded by the BJP party, it has been made as a controversial issue. The point herein is that as far as the preamble of the Constitution and Indian Constitution, the preamble ensures social, economic, and political justice to every citizen of this country. That is, as far as political justice is concerned, one man, one vote, one word, one value, irrespective of status or anything in this country, except as an individual. He must be treated alike in political, social, and economic walks of life. In social and economic walks of life, the dreams of the constitutional makers are not achieved. But in political justice, one man, one vote, one value has been achieved. Like that, in constituency also, there shall be no discrimination of voting, that is value. One constituency, one value throughout the length and breadth of the country, whether it is North India or South India, Western India or Eastern India, whatever it may be, is bigger or smaller. The ratio must be the number in between population and the number should be equal for all the states. This has been clearly stated in Article 81 and 82 of the Indian Constitution, that is, composition of the House of the Lok Sabha. The ratio between the number and the population of the state, so far as practicable, the same for all the states. But for readjustments after the development of population, the ratio shall be readjusted accordingly, so as to give references to the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes communities, now the OBCs community as per the existing scheme. But the thing is that the 16th census of India, that is the census 2027, which should have been completed by this time, but postponed due to COVID-19 and it has been postponed to this level. The problem is that due to COVID-19 problem, that the census enumeration has been postponed, but this is a man-made disaster, that instead of conducting the census enumeration after the COVID-19 period is over, but the government of India has never conducted the census enumeration in 2022, 2023, 2024 and 2025. But all of a sudden it has conveyed a special session of the Parliament on 16th of this month, so as to give women's reservation combined with delimitation without taking the census into account. But during the regime of the Srimati Indira Gandhi Congress regime, the southern states, particularly Tamil Nadu and Kerala, have sought that, but for implementation of the family planning scheme successfully in those states, the population has been reduced as per the scheme given by the central government, but for the implementation of the scheme in an effective manner, they should not be penalized. Then Srimati Indira Gandhi by 42nd Constitutional Amendment in 1976 has brought in a constitutional amendment in such a way that the census of 1971 would be continued, and it would be continued for another 25 years by freezing of the same number of seats in the Lok Sabha, that is 543. Even during the period of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, by making a 84th constitutional amendment, that is 2022, the same has been extended up to 2021, but thereafter there was no census enumeration conducted by the present regime, but the government of India under the leadership of BJP has taken a harsh step in denying the southern states which had implemented the family planning scheme, but allowing the northern states and other states which have not implemented the central government states planning, that is family planning, of increasing in number of seats. The point here is that the then Prime Ministers, Srimati Indira Gandhi and Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, in the interest of the nation, have acted as statesmanship in this regard by postponing the matter for another 25 years. But all of a sudden, by bipartisanship, this Prime Minister of India has made this special session arrangement, and fortunately the opposition parties combined together have defeated the sinister designs of the BJP-led Prime Minister Modi to utter disaster and failure. And what is alarming is that instead of giving hope for the federal structure, instead of hoping for the empowerment of women in a realistic sense, the government of India acts in a bipartisan manner, not in according to statesmanship, has been predominantly done by Srimati Indira Gandhi and Atal Bihari Vajpayee in this regard. This is the matter.